Now, more Skip Happens. Please return Bubbles, your flight attendant, to her fully upright and locked position. Oh, wait a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seat and buckle up. Seat backs and tray tables in their full upright position. It's another episode of Skip Happens.
Your weekly view from 30,000 feet. From the first music lesson to the first paid gig to signing the deal, it's the journey that is the life of an artist. Now, here's your captain and co-captain, a.k.a. your hosts, Skip Clark and Deb Lamphere.
Not here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Skip Happens. Of course, I'm Skip Clark, and Skip Happens tonight. I'm doing it in cooperation with, or in conjunction with 92.1 The Wolf, as y'all know, working there and all that good stuff. But doing what I do, I get to say hello to a lot of artists. For example, they're like, hey, we're on camera. Stephen Cali's in the house and Chad Max here. And of course, how you guys doing? Let's see. Let me, there you, oh, that's me. Here you go. There's Stephen, everybody. That's that camera.
Oh, hey.
There you go.
Thanks for having us, Skip.
Yeah,
appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. It's good to see you, brother.
It's good seeing you.
Yeah, I think, when was the last time we saw each other? Didn't you just, where'd you perform? Oh, wait a minute. It was our Jingle Jam.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
How long ago was that? How did I forget? Wasn't that like a week ago?
Probably a month now, but
no,
feels like
no,
a week
you're
ago.
right. You're right. It was December 6th.
Yep.
So, wow, that's cool. Great job, by the way, at that show. And of course, Chad Mack hanging out with you right over there. There is the old peace sign. But, I got to say one thing. Chad is one of the best guitar players that I know. One of the best. There's no doubt. And every time I get on stage and I go to introduce the act, and, what do I usually do? I go, you play the guitar backwards. Is that true or not?
It's it's all messed up. Every night we're playing, I just see people out there. They're like, "What's going on over there?"
No, they're like, "Why is this guitar backwards?"
Backwards and upside down.
I know it. Yeah, wait a minute. That's right. Right, because it being, I don't know.
Don't even think about
it. Is it harder to play a guitar, or do you just get used to it? Like somebody that writes left-handed, probably the same thing. You play the guitar left-handed, right?
Yeah, it's like a life hack. It's actually easier.
Really?
No, it's not easier.
No. Why would it be easier?
Well, there's a couple of things. I pull down on the strings when I'm bending them instead of cranking up on
so
them.
It's easier because I could never do that. Yeah, I have a tough time handling a microphone, let alone a guitar. So.
I was just gonna say I wear boots because I don't like to tie my shoes. So
I know they look pretty good. I like that. It's a good look on you, man. Stephen Cali, look at that. You are right on the edge of like being in Nashville. You let me just say this, that we did a show. I forgot who the artist was at this point in time, but it was at the Wildcat. And when you played, you blew everybody away. And I had the label artist, or the label rep, not the artist, the label rep come out. Well, the artist did too afterwards, saying, who was that? But the label rep come over and said, I need his info. I need to know more about this guy. And wow, that is just phenomenal.
It was awesome. Playing that show was great. I appreciate the opportunity from you. Skip gives us a lot of opportunities. We always appreciate him. But yeah, she ended up, we talked a little bit, and we're friends on Instagram, I think, now. So but yeah, we're just trying. We're working real hard, and if something happens, it happens.
Well, what do you mean if something happens, it happens? You got to go after it.
Oh, we're after it hard. We really are. We work on it,
You do. How often do you pick up the guitar and play? Is it an everyday thing for you?
Yeah, it's just part of my, it's part of my life, and I'm not as quite as dedicated as guys like Chad. He's on that guitar 4 hours a day. But
well, Chad also plays out and about. He kind of lends his services to other bands as well.
That might be a sore subject.
Okay, never mind.
I know.
All right,
no, I'm just kidding. That's an inside joke we have. Every time I play with somebody else, he's like, "Yeah, go ahead, just play with whatever.
Yeah, play with whatever you want." It's like having a girlfriend that shops around,
It's like, really? All right. Sorry I brought that up. But no, it's got to be a nice break. I mean, you're doing all the country stuff, and you're working and doing your thing with Steven, but it's good probably to get out, maybe do a little bit of rock, and a little bit, just that break, just to
kinda keep my chops up in different areas of the,
Exactly. Do you let's talk about you playing guitar for a minute, then we'll go back to Steve. But do you teach yourself? Do you like with the songs that are out? If you hear something new, do you pretty much listen to it and then try to match up to it? How does that work as somebody that plays guitar?
Well, yeah, at this point, I kind of just listen to it 8,000 times until it's burned in.
Yeah, is it really?
Yeah. I mean, for a long time, it was, like you said, YouTube and just reading different stuff. But now it's just burn it in, listen to it 800 times.
Just over and
the
over
muscle
and over.
memory. That's what we call it.
Yeah. What's it like to be playing with that guy?
It's pretty good. There's no egos. Every night we go out and have a good time.
I love it.
There's never argue about anything. And it's just awesome every time.
Me and Chad have been playing together for like,
I was going to ask,
I don't know, 4 years now or so.
That long?
Yeah. And it feels like 2 weeks, but Chad, when we started playing together, Chad really was like, hey, I want to be a part of this. And, Chad does as much for this project as I do. He really does. I mean, because we pretty much do. It's pretty much me and Chad all the time, and with the band and everything that are kind of, I don't want to say, in charge, but we're the guys that are pushing the project.
I get it.
But Chad really does as much as me. I mean, the guy he works all the time. I don't like saying all this in front of him, but
you're right.
He does.
And I saw it tonight when you came in. You put your guitar case down. Who opens it? Chad. Who pulls the guitar out? Chad. Who plugs it in to tune it? Chad.
That's not a normal thing.
Then he says, "Here you go, Steven." But that's good to have he's not only a band member or code worker, however you want to put it, he's a friend.
Yeah.
And that's what really matters.
Yep.
More than anything in the world is that he's a friend. So that's kind of cool. So where are we going with Stephen Cali? Let me ask you this. Let me play podcast host for a minute. Explain to everybody, who is Stephen Cali?
Geez, who's Stephen
This is a
Cali?
test because you know what? Because this is what's going to happen when you start moving your, let's say you got a song on the radio and people are going to ask you for interviews and they're going to ask, who is Stephen Cali? What are you going to tell them?
Who am I? I feel like my whole life, even in school, things like that, I've always, even if I wasn't right, I've always felt like I had something to say a little bit, and music was a way for me to
express it,
to say things that I wanted to in a way that I wanted to. And I found country music was the best way for me to express that. So I guess, who am I? I hunt and I fish. And, I really do try to live as much. I try to write songs that are, I don't want to say based on my life, but things that I do and things that I've done. And so I guess if you listen to my music, you'll get an idea of who I am. I like hunting and fishing, and I grew up in a small town. I believe in living that way. So
you're in Cato.
I'm in Cato.
Yeah, right over there.
Right over there.
It's about 37 minutes from here.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm taking a guess. It's a water tower in town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And it says Cato on the top.
Sure does.
Yeah, I know. I drive by it every once in a while.
I wore a shirt actually when we did the show with Warren Zeiders. I wore a shirt. I had one made that with the old Cato water tower on it.
And the back was the flag too. Right?
Yeah, on the back was the flag, and it was kind of a teaser of a song that I'm gonna have coming out in the next year or two, called My Hometown Does, that I wrote with a couple of good buddies. And so that was
we played that on the radio over the holidays because we did a Jingle Jam replay.
Yeah, I played it there.
Yeah. And did you hear it? Probably not. You were probably opening up presents, or you were at church.
I was with the kids.
You were with the kids. Yeah. That's right. That's right. But no, I love that song. So
well, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
really cool.
that.
I think that's got a lot of opportunity behind it.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
It's a great way to start. Chad's looking at me like, what are you talking about, dude? I helped him with that. Give me some credit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, I appreciate it. And that song in particular, I don't even think it's really a radio friendly song or something that's like a mainstream hit. When we wrote it, I wrote that with me and my buddy Styles Hari. And when it poured out, I believed in everything that was in it. I just did.
Tell us about Styles. He's got a little bit of history, right?
Yeah, my buddy.
Yeah, he's written for
my buddy Styles wrote Luke Bryan's last #1 Country On, and he's written a ton of songs for different guys. He had a who's that? Oh my goodness, I'm gonna draw a blank on his name. He sang. That's what I love about Sunday.
Oh yeah, Craig Morgan.
Craig Morgan. He had a Craig Morgan song that came out, and a couple Craig Campbell cuts and stuff. So he's doing it. He's with Warner Chappell and as a writer, and is really
very nice,
really laying it down. So.
Have you thought about the writing side of things? I know you do a lot of writing, but there's also a lot of opportunity there. A lot of artists kind of, they're doing the writing thing for a good period of time. Then they say, you know what, I'm going to do my own song. I want this on the radio. But instead of just writing and giving it to other artists. I mean, have you thought about like getting into a group or something along those lines?
So the guys that I write with, I'm fortunate. I really am just fortunate enough to be a part of a circle that's in Nashville and is are writing songs for big artists, like I said. And every time I write a song with Styles or with other writers that I write with, there is a potential that they could be picked up, because that's just the nature of it. And I'm completely open to that. I would love that if,
cool.
somebody that I look up to were to cut a song that I was a writer on, that
you never
be pretty
know.
Special to me. So, and
you'd look forward to going to the mailbox.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's the best part.
No, exactly. And the songwriters, from what I see, are pretty much the unspoken heroes. A lot of people, you have no idea. You hear a song, for example, on The Wolf, you hear a song. It's a great song, but you know what? That artist didn't write that. It was written by somebody else. And those people, you never know who they are unless, obviously I'm into it a little bit and you are as well. And we go to these seminars, then you see and meet the writers. But a lot of people take it, they have no clue.
They have no idea. And these guys are, when I'm not playing music, I'm a mason. So it's hard work, right? But when I watch the way that Styles or some of my other friends that are writers are working, it's mentally taxing. They're trying to write things that are not only commercially viable, but also are true to country music and to their lives. And these guys are just at it all the time. I mean, they're just at it all. They're always thinking.
That's what they do.
Yeah, and it is the way that he works and the way that I see those guys work. I mean, it's real work, and those guys are the voice of country. I mean, they're the ones doing it.
Yeah,
they're the ones doing it.
Absolutely. Well, hard work being a mason as well. Have you ever dropped like a block on your finger?
Oh God, yeah. My hands are beat up.
Then how can you play the guitar?
I
mean, being a mason, you get the mason, you get the sand, you get all that on your hands, and I imagine you wear gloves, but still, if it was me, I'd be dropping an 8-inch block on my hand or something.
Yeah.
What are they, 8-inch blocks? What do they call them? Termites? What?
There's a bunch of different sizes. I lay a lot of brick, but
okay,
yeah,
a lot of brick.
But it's taxing on you. But
well, bricks are little.
Yeah, they're not as bad.
They would still hurt.
Yeah.
Oh wow. How long you been doing
that? Masonry. I do it, like I said, on the side, kind of probably 6 years now.
So that would be your job.
Yeah.
As well as putting out music and playing out and about.
Yeah.
And making the trip to Nashville. What about the fam? How are they when it comes to supporting you and what you do? I imagine they're right there behind you, but there's going to come a time where, and I kind of hope that you get that break, that they're going to have to understand this. This is, do they get it? I guess is what I'm saying. I'm sure she loves you. You love her. You got the kids. You got to do what you got to do. Being a great dad that you are,
I've been so fortunate in the fact that every single person that's in my life, my brothers, my mother, my father, everybody that I care about, their opinions, my girlfriend, my kids, everybody has been so supportive of what I do. And they think that, they almost are more optimistic about the future than I am sometimes. And that's something that you can't really put a value on. I mean, it's like priceless to be surrounded by people like that want to see you win and want to see you do well. And having people like that's important, and for anybody's life, I think.
So then they get, hey, Steve, you want to come over and play for the dinner we're having? I'm having a backyard barbecue. You want to bring your guitar?
Yeah,
I'll give you an invite.
I get that.
But
no, they've always been right behind me.
That's
and
cool.
And
that's cool.
All the traveling and being gone and stuff, everybody really seems to swing with it. And I make sure that I schedule to my end of it. I make sure that I schedule my life.
You're a great dad.
My life's busy, and I make sure that I schedule time with everybody in my life. I'm always going, and I try not to complain about it because you got to do it.
If you could, exactly. And you're a great dad. I cannot say that enough.
Thanks, I really appreciate that.
I've seen the fam at some of the shows we've done at Kegs. I know the kids have been there. Your wife's been there. It's just, you get such a supportive group behind you.
Thank you.
And it just makes me feel good, especially nowadays, to know you doing what you're doing, because there's so many people that are doing what you're doing and that's all they think about. But you're thinking about everything, the fam, the kids, and the whole package. So,
yeah.
Have you taken them to Nashville at all?
Oh yeah, the kids have been there more than a lot of. They've been
That's
there.
Awesome.
They've been there a lot, and I've really tried. There was a time where I was actually touring pretty heavy, and they were able to go on the road with me a lot of the time and stuff like that. And we've had a lot of fun over the years. We really have.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
Hopefully, it keeps getting bigger and continues to grow, and they'll be able to have a lot more memories.
Yeah. So that kind of leads me into my next question. If you could look 5 years down the road, where would you like to see yourself?
I think Chad will agree with me. Me and
Chad's not saying much over there. He's just taking it all in. Well, where am I going?
The whole group, the band that we have, Jeff Bianchi and Jake Logue and Chad here and myself all have the same vision, which is when I first started, I was on the road with Styles, and it felt like I was throwing kind of a dart at the country, and it didn't seem to make a lot of sense. So I came home and I really buckled down. I said, the plan is I'm going to really try to do the best I can here in Syracuse, continue to spread the brand, become a regional act, and then start to branch out and tour pretty heavy from there. Cool. So that's the idea. 5 years from now, I mean, who knows, but hopefully regional success.
Yeah. And not only that, regional is a stepping stone. It's like this part of the country, right here in New York State. But let's go back to the Jingle Jam and being on stage. And I said, now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to our locals. But wait a minute. Locals doesn't sound, because you guys are good. Caroline was great. Brian Michael did his thing. You did your thing. All three, just a fabulous job. So it's like you're more than locals. You are. And I think I said regionals. I think that's the word I used. So
I think it's an appropriate statement, especially for those people that we had on stage next to me, Caroline, and they really are. They're working hard at it, and there are people in this area that have bigger dreams than being the next local act, and I think that it's important to
and everybody's got a dream, and that's fine. If you have a passion, you have a dream. If you don't go for it, you're going to regret it. You're going to say, what the hell? Why didn't I do this?
Yeah.
And if you go for it and you fail, you don't really fail. You learn from it. Everything, always think of the positive side, that you will learn from it and say, okay, it's made me a better person.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Every bomb, every time you get on stage and just.
What's the craziest thing? What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you?
Oh my gosh.
I know. I mean,
Chad,
I'm on stage with you guys at Kegs a lot. But it's all pretty much routine. We get out there, we do our thing. You go out there and do your thing. You rock the house. But what is really, like, maybe something that most people don't know? What's the craziest thing that has ever happened on stage?
There's, what gets artists a lot, and I think nobody talks about it, is like technical difficulties. Right. There's already a ton of pressure on the situation, and maybe it's your own sound or you have an issue with the sound of some sort. There's already a ton of pressure. You've put, hundreds of hours of rehearsal into this show, and then something happens, like a technical issue, and it just blows the thing up, and you're like, because there's I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah, you don't know how to fix it, so you got to make the most of it, right?
Yeah.
So now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just a radio guy. I'm just over here. Nobody sees me on the screen unless I maybe do this, but I'm not going to do that. So we go back to that, or we could just go to you, Stephen. But no, we'll go back to that.
Go to Chad. He's taller.
He is. Let's see. Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah. Whoop. No, that's me. Nope, that's you. Wait a minute. I got to label these buttons. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I know. He trimmed his beard, by the way.
He did. I know.
Yeah.
It looks good.
I'm starting to look a little homeless. Yeah.
Yeah, we were a little worried.
He's getting mountain man.
He's the
birds
mountain
living
man
in
look.
it.
Yeah, I know exactly. Looks good. Looks good. So, me being the radio guy on my side of things, if something happens, all right, we have to deal with it with the sound. But I want to take you back to a show that we did. Now, this still bothers me because maybe there was nothing wrong. It was Warren Zeiders.
Okay.
Great show. Sold out at Kex. Huge crowd. But when I went out there to do my thing, it sounded really tinny, really high. And somebody said it was Warren's guy that was running the board. So, and even when he performed, it seemed that it was really tinny, really high, and very little bottom end. I don't know. Do you guys hear that?
So the sound guy that we used that night is Keg's sound guy, and he dialed us. I mean, he had
you guys sounded great.
He had us dialed in. He knows the room. When
Yeah.
you're traveling with a sound guy, I mean, because there's so much more. Like, and I've said this, even when we won Sammys and things like that. I'm a very little part.
Mhm.
Like even Chad, he's great. We do our thing, but we're a very little part of what's going on in the show. And when you're traveling with a sound guy like that, that guy walked into that place. Never seen it before, never had any experience there, and had to run sound. So things like that do happen. And not to mention there's the difference in the monitors and out front of the stage.
Right. You got your front end, your back end, you got your line, you got all that stuff going on.
So yeah, there's a lot of times where you go up there and the monitors just sound.
You guys prank each other on stage? I mean,
we mess around, that's for sure.
Is there something we should look for when next time we watch?
Oh yeah, look for Chad shaking his head at me because I missed the chord.
Yeah, but you know what? You're both pros, regionals, and a quote unquote. But I've seen the shake of the head before, and being up there, it's kind of like, okay, somebody just messed up, but nobody else knows it. The other 3,000 people that are watching you, they have no clue, and it sounds awesome.
Yeah, there's a point where it's like you're comfortable enough on stage to laugh at you screw up, you laugh a little, and
I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. What are you gonna do?
You can't go back.
It's live music. We're here.
You can't like delete a track and start over.
That's right. You're there. I mean,
it's already out. Exactly. Yep. I just Carrie is on there. Jennifer says, "Oh, Chad."
Everybody loves Chad. You know
Katie, hey, happy Thursday. Chrissy, y'all know Chrissy. Big fan of yours. Says hi, Steve and Chad.
Hi, Chrissy.
Hey,
Chrissy, and is it her son Tyler? Is it Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a huge Stephen Cali fan.
He's a great kid. I love that kid.
Yeah. Yep. Good stuff. So anyway, so you brought some tools.
Yeah.
Masonry tools. We brought you musical
couple
tools.
Guitars.
Can we hear maybe something? We'll do it live right here on the podcast,
which
is kind of cool.
Man.
So go ahead. I can chit chat while you get that out.
Okay.
So in the house here on the podcast, and of course Skip Happens, and also in conjunction with the Inner Harbor Cast 92.1 The Wolf in the studio. It's Chad Mack and of course Stephen Cali, and I gave Chad top billing there, by the way. Just saying, he's just smiling. He's so quiet. What the? It's like, wow. So anyways, what are we going to do?
What are you thinking?
Let's hope it comes out okay. So.
Want to do that one?
Oh, Katie says she gave you your Sammy, and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit.
Oh, great.
Katie
Hi,
works
Katie.
at the radio station. Yep.
Up with girls.
You want to start with Girls and Whiskey? Cool, man.
All right, let's see here. We got Stephen Cali.
This is my biggest single. I wrote this one with my buddy Styles Hari and another buddy James Kelly. I'll just play it for you.
Okay, let's do it.
Ready? 2, 3, 4. It's just a fix or hearsay. What hurts tomorrow and it hurts today. Yeah, we both know it can be undone. I never can quit, never just won't. And it's heavy on the heart, smooth going down. Both pick me up and lay me back down. Yeah, like a ball and chain seems to fit me. Nothing gets me like girls and whiskey. won't take long, I hit the wall. Reach so far that it can't go home. Yeah, we both know the price ain't cheap. When you play with fire, scars good deep. And it's heavy on the heart, smooth going down. Both pick me up, lay me back down. Like a ball and chain, seems to fit me. Nothing gets like girls and whiskey. Yeah, we both know it can be done. I never can quit, never just won't. And it's heavy on the heart, smooth going down. Both pick me up and lay me back down. Like a ball and chain, seems to fit me. Nothing gets me like girls and whiskey. And free, I guess I'll never be, no. Nothing gets me like girls and whiskey.
Oh, wow. Damn. Wow.
It's like we've done that before, Chad.
Have you? By the way, Chad, your guitar reminds me of the Willie Nelson guitar, which is, if you've ever seen Willie Nelson, his guitar
Trigger.
looks like, yeah, Trigger.
Trigger
There you go. It's been that. Yeah, I know. Dude. But how long have you had that? Because every show I see you, you've got that guitar. And how many do you have?
Oh,
it's
Okay,
a sour question.
I don't know. Is it?
well, this one I've had probably about 10 years.
Yeah. Is that your baby? Is that the one you, is that your
Yeah, I don't
go-to?
leave home without that one.
Yeah. There's
That-
always one, right?
That one I can drop, spell.
kind of looks
You
like
know?
it. I understand, but that's
Can't
what
hurt
makes
it.
that's what makes it good. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think
Wow.
I'm up to about 14 now, but
14 guitars.
yeah,
Where do you put them all?
they're
Like everywhere.
I have one room, yeah, it's
Yeah.
guarded by my dog, so
Yeah. It's like my room here. I have all this radio stuff. It's like, yeah, nobody comes down here but me, you know. But
it's weird. They just keep showing up every few months too. I don't know.
yeah, they just popped it.
It's crazy how that happens.
Yeah, Santa just happened to drop one
Yeah.
off, right? No, I don't know if that happened, but still. So tell us about that song a little bit. What you just sang.
So-
You wrote that.
Girls and Whiskey, yeah. You know, I was going through some stuff at the time, and we sat down. I didn't, you know what the thing about that song was? I didn't even particularly like it until I listened to the work tape. And I listened back to the work tape after we wrote it, and I was like, I texted the boys. I wrote it with James Kelly and Styles Hart, like I said, and I was like, hey, this is like a pretty good song. I like this song a lot. And they're like, yeah. You know, and so we went and cut it, and no, it was a song I wrote when I was going through some, you know, some pretty tough stuff. So.
Well, that's what music is. That's what you do. And you know, one thing we say on this side of the business is the music that we're playing could be the soundtrack to your life. And that's why people listen. Because if you can grab them by the heart, or you can relate to various emotions, we're all human. We all go through a lot of things. You do music like that. It's I've done it. I've been driving down the road and go, that song's about me.
Right.
Holy cow. I just went through that, you know, or whatever. If you can grab them, then you know you're on to
Yeah.
something
I don't know
good.
if I've ever written a song, I'm going to say something and like, I don't know if I'm as good as what I'm saying. I'm not as good as what I'm saying, but I think that a musician's job or an artist's job is to say things for people that don't know how to say it for themselves. So the guy that's going through the breakup, right?
Yeah, exactly.
How do I say what he's thinking, or maybe he can't articulate it? You know what I mean? And I don't think that I can do that, but there's guys out there that can really
I think you can. You just did it.
Well,
so don't underestimate yourself because you just did it. Yeah, now the right people need to hear.
We first heard that song and he was like, I think I'm going to change this line. And then I'm like, dude, no, don't touch it.
See, you're overthinking it
don't
now.
Touch it.
Right. Well, I just trying to, I just want it to be the best it can be. But like I said, I don't think that about myself, but I think that that's the job of a songwriter. And there's guys that really just do that so well. And I think that's what makes music so special.
That's cool. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud to know you and everything that you guys are doing. So we have this, you got your CD release party or your album release party coming up, right? Tell us a little bit about what's going on with that because we want everybody to come out.
So the new AP comes out tonight.
At midnight.
You can stream it. Yeah, it's coming out tonight. It's got 4 singles on it that you've heard and then one that you haven't. So check it out. But January 26th.
Yes.
January 26th. We were playing
that commercial last night. January 26th. Stephen Cali. Caroline Bergen.
We're playing at the Song and Dance. It's our first, ticketed headlining slot. We're super excited about it. You can get the tickets at afterdarkpresents.com. And we're doing it with Caroline Bergen, like you said. So that's the EP release party for this EP, and this is my biggest project that I put out. It's got the most streams, and people seem to be enjoying
Hopefully, it. Everybody watching this now will make it a point to get their tickets and go to the show. If you're watching it between now and then, you still have time to go to afterdarkpresents.com. Click on the events tab.
You got
said that a lot last night, cutting the commercial, but yes, that's how I know it. But that's kind of cool. That's cool.
Yeah, we're excited for it. And like I said, I'm just excited for the whole project to be out. And then we just went down and recorded some new music that's coming out next. And we're excited.
When you say you went
that.
down, so you went to Nashville.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I go down to Nashville quite a bit. Yeah.
Drive down? Or you take the Allegiant nonstop?
I'm going to tell you what, I hate flying. I'm scared of flying and I have to fly. I fly a lot and I hate flying. So I drive when I go as much as I can. This year I had an excuse because I went hunting when I was down there. So I was like, I have to drive.
So how did you went hunting? I mean, how is the hunting there compared to here?
Oh, really? There's a lot of big bucks down there.
There's bear and everything else.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot of big bucks and yeah,
well, you got a big ass buck. We were talking about it the night of the show, Jingle Jam.
Yeah,
you put the picture up on. I saw it on Facebook, and I'm going, holy! How many pointer? You said it was 9.
It was a 9 point. It went 132 inches for all the hunters out there. 132 and 5/8 is what it went. But
was that dressed?
Yeah, that's so it had 100. It had 132 inches of antler on it.
Had a 4-wheeler to carry that baby out of
the
woods?
We drug it out of there,
dude.
But yeah, it was brutal.
You need to keep writing some music here and keep putting it out. You're going to be able to get a couple of 4-wheelers.
Yeah, I hope so.
I know that had to be. Yeah, well, you dress it right there and you take care of what you got to take care of, and then you drag it out. But still, that's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. Yeah, and that's what I have my kids out in the woods all the time. That's all we do is we're out in the woods. Me and my girlfriend were fortunate enough. We just bought some land. We bought 40 acres, and we're working over there a lot. And that's what I try to do is be in the woods as much as possible.
Very cool. Very cool. I don't know why I thought you were married, so I called her your wife before.
She might as well be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It's like, did I just stick my foot in my mouth?
No. That's fine.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's what I consider her, but we'll be getting married soon at some point. So,
So I mean, you're working every day. You're doing your brick laying. And you're doing guitar, you're singing your songs, you're writing your songs. You go to Nashville once every couple of weeks, every month, or I know you just mentioned.
The good thing about technology is I used to go down all the time, but we can write through Zoom now. So we write on Zoom, and I'll go down and record my projects and stuff, or I'll just go down and see everybody and touch base. But it really depends year to year. We've been super busy this year, so I went down once and recorded my.
Yeah, like I was telling you before, you're talking about the Zoom thing. I've been doing the podcast for a little bit now. And then all of a sudden COVID hit. World stopped. Everybody stopped. Everybody had to stay home. You couldn't do this.
Yeah.
But everything more or less stopped. And it's like when I had artists coming through on a radio tour, I always made it a point. All right, we did the interview at the radio station. And then I'd be like, you know what? Here's my address. I have a full studio. Why don't you come over? We're going to do a podcast. They're like, oh, that's so cool. So we would do that. But then, of course, pandemic set in. That no longer happens. Well, we're doing it tonight, and I love this. I'd love to do more of this. But, we do everything.
This is a great
Zoom.
space. This is awesome.
Yeah.
For anybody who can't see it, this is awesome down here. So
thank you. Thank you. It's my man cave. But you know how that goes. Yeah. But no, so we started doing everything, virtual. So, which actually, that's been a plus, because I've been able to get artists like Martina McBride, Lainey Wilson, all the big artists, because it's just like we set up the time. There they are. They're on the screen. Let's do it. Let's do an interview. Let's do a podcast. It's easy. It's not like they're going to come to my house. If Lainey was to walk in here, it'd be interesting.
Right. It opened the door. It opened the door in that way.
But it didn't stop.
You could write. You could, people are still putting out content. You can still get yourself out to as many people as possible with technology now. So,
well, there's one thing though. What I've heard from other artists, we do the interviews and the podcast, is there's still nothing better than being there in person, to feel the energy, to see the body language, to kind of exchange those ideas around a table, or maybe play a chord or something. Just so, what do you think of this? Instead, because sometimes it's just not the same online. Now, don't get me wrong. And it was a good thing that what happened, but still, nothing can compare to being there in person.
Yeah, and that's true.
So, yeah.
And I think that's true. I think that's true. Yeah.
Are you one of those that record into your phone when you get an idea? You're driving down the road in your truck and you go,
oh goodness, yeah.
Yeah.
I get my notes and write down titles as they come to me, and that's pretty normal. A lot of these big, huge number ones you see started in somebody's iPhone as a work tape.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly right. Yeah. So, and everybody will tell you that.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, I get this idea. I was going to the grocery store the other day, and I all of a sudden got this thought.
Yeah. It's wild how some of these songs come to be. It's pretty wild.
Is Chad Mack ever going to be an artist? Like, when I say that, are you like a Stephen Cali, or are you happy doing what you're doing?
Nope, I'm happy talking with my guitar.
Yeah. So. I love it. I love it, man. It's cool. That's cool.
But I'll just like you said, we'll be driving down the road, and I call him all the time. Like, what about this for a song? Like, it happens a few times a week.
Oh yeah,
random stuff.
We throw titles back and forth.
Have both of you gone to Nashville together?
No, not yet.
I know. We were talking about the last time I went down.
Dude, grab your guitars, haul your ass to Nashville, take a walk down Broadway, go see Jason Teska. You know Jason Teska? He's a guitar player with the Back Alley Boys back in the day. He plays at Tootsie's when he's not out filling in for somebody on the road. He'll see you, go up on stage and do your thing. Because you never know. You never know who's going to be sitting at that bar. You never know who's going to be in the Wild Horse. You never know who's going to be at the Jack's Barbecue or the Stage. All those places along Broadway. You never know. And now look at all the new places. Every major artist has a restaurant. Mm-hmm. We need to see Cali's. I mean, it's just,
that city just keeps going up and up.
You know what the joke is? There's a crane on every corner. Because
there is.
Yeah,
and
it's no joke. You're right.
Yeah.
What used to take you, now I fly, but what used to take you 20 minutes, you go from the airport to downtown, now takes you an hour.
Oh, goodness.
So it's crazy.
That city's wild.
So do we get one more tune or no?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's I know Chad's giving us like, really, we're going to do another tune? We're going to do another.
There goes my guitar.
That's all right. Yeah, that's
Sorry about that, everybody.
Well, now you'll look at that scratch and go, yeah, that was from Skip's house.
Yeah. Oh, there's enough of them.
Do you ever watch like Daryl's House on cable? It's Daryl Hall or whatever. It's music from Daryl's house. Well, this is music from Skip's house.
I love it.
I know. What a great idea. You guys could host it. I'll just do whatever. But what are we going to do?
What do you want to do, Chad? I'll put it on Chad per usual.
He's going to give you the nod. Oh, Chad is thinking. This is like really worrying. He's not singing it.
All right.
Try it. There's one song that we played at the Jingle Jam, and I haven't really even played it out that much, so I'm kind of throwing it on Chad right now, to be honest with everybody. But
go ahead. Go
ahead.
What is it?
This one's called "Don't Let Me Let You In." I wrote this with the same guys, and this song probably be on my next project. So you want to try it?
Let's see.
3, 4. walking, you take me by the hand. You pull me in like I got a chance. And we'll pretend, 'cause we can't sleep alone. Please don't knock, 'cause we both know I'm home. Don't let me let you in. 'Cause if I do, we both know how this ends. Over and over, round and round again. Let me let you in. Could close my mind to all where you've been. Could let your waters over my head. Could change the locks, but you still hold the key. To turn me on, do what you do to me. Don't let me let you in. 'Cause if I do, we both know how this ends. Over and over, round and round again. Let me let you in. Don't let me let you in. 'Cause if I do, we both know how this ends. Over and over, round and round again. Let me let you in. What, Jeff?
Wow. Wait a minute. I think, oh, there's the applause. And that's everybody that's commenting tonight. This is, you're so great. The sound is perfect. Somebody's watching it. They've sent it to their TV. You can cast it to your television. They're watching it that way. So it's very, very cool. So
thank you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So if somebody wanted to follow you, they can do that online, socials.
Yeah. So
give you digits.
Stephen Cali Music on everything, Facebook, Instagram, StephenCaliMusic.com. And all my music is on every streaming platform. You get it, Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, all that good stuff.
Who does all that? You?
No, so I'm with Video.
Okay.
Distribution. So they
that's cool. So it's nice to have somebody do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So Chad does not do that.
That's the one thing. Yeah, Chad doesn't do that for me.
Do that.
He doesn't do that part for me.
Yeah. Well, he did a good job getting the guitar out. So, and we got that. Let's recap the show. I know Caroline chimed in here as well. I saw the name.
Caroline. Hey.
Yes. I should have sent her the link and she could have popped in. But let's talk about that show again. It's on the 26th.
January 26th, Song and Dance in Syracuse.
Now that's a brand new club, right?
It is brand new. Yep.
On East Jefferson.
Yep. 115.
Yeah. So that's cool. What's it really close? So we know, give us some sort of a landmark. Is it by the Armor or what? The Museum of Science and Technology. Look at that, shows how old I am. I called it an armory. I think that used to be the Armory.
It's across from the landmark, and
it's down there.
People that really know the city, it's Bank Alley runs behind it, which is Not everybody's favorite place, but it's a well-known spot.
Do not park your car there. Do not leave your truck there.
The venue's great though and safe.
No, I know. I've heard a lot about that, and I've heard all good things. So
we're excited.
Yeah,
really
have you had a chance to check out the venue? Have you looked at it?
I haven't. Chad did though.
Yep.
Chad went down there. Okay.
Of course,
And
yeah.
your
Yeah,
thoughts?
it's like it reminds me of like a little rock club. It's really cool.
Yeah,
It's
cool.
dark and good vibe down there.
Thanks for the description. Very wordy.
Chad's a man of few words. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's dark.
He really does.
Yeah, it's good.
He lets his
It's
guitar
like
talk
in the
for him.
basement of the building.
Yeah, but that's cool.
Yeah,
that's
that's
cool.
what I
That's
mean.
what it's
It's
about.
like-
Yeah.
It's really nice.
And afterdarkpresents.com. And once you get there, click on the events tab, look up Stephen Cali. You're going to be able to see him and Chad and the rest of the band down there rocking out. This is going to be so much fun. I think tickets are only like $15.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, look what we pay to do other things. I mean, for example, bought my wife tickets to go see Pink. I have to work another couple of years to pay for
Yeah,
that.
right.
That was my big Christmas gift for her. So, and I'm not going. I said, you can take somebody with you. Here you go. Enjoy. But yeah. Hey guys, I want to say just a big thank you for stopping by the Pod Zone. Like I say, this is going to be on all of our socials. I'm going to share it with the Wolf. And of course, the Wolf, a big supporter in general of the new artist like yourself, the up-and-coming artist, up-and-coming Nashville artist. Stephen, I mean, you and Chad and the guys are like right there. Just there's so many people trying to do what you do, and there's only a few that really stick out. And I would say you are one of those that really sticks out.
We
So,
appreciate that,
yeah.
and we're working hard. Hopefully, things continue to grow as they have. And
just remember my name.
absolutely.
When that day comes. Skip who? Oh, wait a minute,
no.
wasn't he the guy in the Cuse? We went in his basement. That doesn't sound good. We went in his basement and we did that radio podcast thing. I don't know. What was that, Chad? I can hear it now. So no, it's all good. I'm only teasing you guys. But thanks for coming in. Thanks for playing a couple of tunes. I think you've got a lot of new fans, a lot of people chiming in. I know all those people that are commenting. I'm sure they're going to go buy those tickets. Correct? Wait a minute. Let's do this. You're going to buy those tickets, right? Right? Yep. AfterDarkPresents.com. Click on the events tab. Get those tickets, right? Okay, good. Look at those two over there. See? Yeah, on the big screen. All right. Hey, guys, thanks for coming in. Thanks for being on the podcast. Always a lot of fun. Now we can have a cold one and just talk about life a little bit. It's Stephen Cali, Chad Mack, everybody.
Thanks for having us. We'll see you guys on the 26th.
Yep. You better be there because I think I'm going to be there.
Well, we'll see you there.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay. My wife doesn't know yet. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Peace out. And thanks for having the podcast on. And don't forget, you're gone.